What is up, my beautiful people? James here, and I have been absent from your lives for at least 3 weeks. Why? Because, well, do you remember that episode where there was all that water draining on my computer? It got all over the nav station. I think it might have gotten on my, oh yeah, that's on my computer. Oh my God, look at that. Yeah, it turns out the computer didn't really like that too much. And I live on a very remote island about 40 miles north of Venezuela called Curacao. It's very hard to get a new computer. So long story short, I got a new computer. I invested in some more camera gear. I got some backups to backups to backups this time. I'm ready to go. I really think that you guys are gonna enjoy this video. I haven't stopped shooting video, and I haven't stopped doing boat work. So I've got all this footage, and instead of drawing it out for months and months, I'm just gonna wrap it all up into 2 videos, okay? Because if I did it in 1 video, it'd be 1 hour and 20 minutes long, and I don't think anybody wants to sit here for 1 hour and 20 minutes and watch this guy. So, this is part 1 of the video series of the rest of the refit. Without further ado, let's get on with it. Let's get on with it. Come on, let's see the video. It's a good one. I've been working on the generator all day, and I'm almost ready. I just found another really crazy problem, but I was able to solve this one pretty quickly. It's not going to take me 6 days, I think. This is the stop solenoid right here. Can you see it? When it gets power, it pulls back a plunger, and that lets the fuel flow through the fuel pump. When it doesn't get power, it pushes the plunger, and that's actually the stop circuit. That's where it stops it, right at the pump, right before the injectors. No fuel gets through. So I'm trying to trace the wires back, and look what I found. So this will override that circuit right here, boom, and that switch, and then this starts the motor. So on the back side of that switch is where I found the problem. If you can see right here, it needs to be tightened, and then hopefully that'll get 12 volts instead of 1.
So this is the first time we are trying to start the engine generator? Yes. Here we go.
Oh, I can't tell you how happy that makes me. Next stop, sails. This is the mainsail. It's called that because it's rigged on the main mast of the sailboat. If you look on the lower left of the sail, you'll see that it's pretty dirty. That part is called the clew, and the reason it's so dirty is it's been out in the sun and rain for 3 years. Luckily, this boat came equipped with a new set of sails, so step 1 is to take this bad boy down, take it to the sailmaker, and see if he can work his magic on it. This proved to be easier said than done, as the top of the sail got stuck in the mast. After calling in for reinforcements, my buddy James and I fought the hard fight. But nothing we could do would get that big boy down. The only thing we could do was put it back up and then start over. The lines you see me cutting here are all the mousing lines that were used by the previous owner to make reinstallation of the running rigging easier. But 3 years in the tropical sun and trade winds took care of that idea. And now they were just getting into everything. We hoisted the sail back up, put a bit more tension on the outhaul, and ended up getting her down and getting her flaked. The only real way a sailor stows a sail. the headsail. This is actually the staysail furler, the headsail furler's on the front. And these bearings were seized when I bought the boat. I've used a little bit of carburetor cleaner to free up this one, but the other 4 are pretty seized up, plus the one for the main. So there's a total of 6. We need to get a couple cans of carburetor cleaner because I'm out, and then clean this without dropping shit all over the deck because it makes a huge mess. There's dirt and grime in here. And then we'll lube, and then we'll put the sails up, and then we're almost ready to go sailing. Let's go to the store.
This is our favorite place to get juice. We try to get it every time we pass, and it's like $3 for our juice. It's the best smoothie I've ever had. Super good.
Piña con leche y azúcar y kiwi. ¿Tienes kiwi? Con leche y medio azúcar. Muchas gracias. You know what this is?
What is it?
This is a soursop. It's a real one too. It's not plastic. It's obviously dried out, but this is a really, really dark green skin. This crazy spiky skin, and then it's got these little seeds inside, and around the seeds is like a pod of goodness, meat, kind of like a pomegranate a little, but the meat is like really slimy and like just melts in your mouth and you spit out the seeds. And this is such a good fruit. Guanabana or soursop.
Everything is expensive here.
12 guilders is like $7, $8.
That's what you need?
Kind of expensive. Where do you want to go?
To the candy store. It's so close. It's like a warehouse of candy. We need to go.
Okay, fine, let's go.
Yes.
Are you gonna be happy if I take you there?
Yes.
Will you do lots of work today when you're high on sugar?
Yes.
Okay.
Who wouldn't want to go here? Okay, I need those.
And the bears? Frogs,
I bet they're all good.
turtles, it's gonna be Smurfs, it's gonna be strawberries, it's gonna be cherries.
Smurfs? I'm getting some Smurfs. What is that? Oh, really? A rind? It took us a solid hour. That's not that long for Cumin's and candy store. Did you just eat chocolate? Oh my god. He only had 2 pieces left and I took it away from him and then he took it out behind my back and ate it more.
I have no candy willpower.
I can't believe you did that.
The next step before the sails went on was to give the roller furlers a little love. When I bought this boat, it hadn't moved in 3 years, and the wind had blown so much dirt into the bearings that they were almost unmovable. When I looked in the book on how to dismantle these old furlers, it was a monumental task. Instead, I thought, what's the best cleaner I could get? Probably carburetor cleaner. And maybe spraying it in the bearings and washing them out while I move them around was an easier way than spending 3 days and possibly getting 4,000 bearings all over the deck. It worked like a charm, though it made a huge mess, and getting the stains out of the gel coat was almost as difficult as getting the bearings out of the furlers. In retrospect, I should have put down plastic. After a thorough rinse and some silicone grease, they moved like new again. As with anything, getting them back together was a little bit more difficult than taking them apart, but hasn't it been that way since we were 5 years old? Does anybody else feel me here? With the furling lines in place, we were ready to put the sails up for the first time.
Okay, so there we go. And then as you furl it up, that's what happens. It furls like that.
Cool.
Yeah. And then... Excuse me.
Bless you.
I still prefer the Harkin ones.
We collected all the sails for the whole boat, including the spares, and took them to our friendly neighborhood sail loft for a thorough once-over before we put them up for good. Big shout out to Rob Harms. If you're in Curacao, he's been taking care of sails longer than I've been alive. That's the man you want working on your important stuff.
It's been sitting up for 3 or 4 years, but these sails were inside.
Oh, yes, guys, no problem.
So it should be no problem, just restitch the stitches.
Yeah,
So this is the old main that was up for 4 years, and the clue has been out in the sun for 4 years.
yeah.
So I don't know.
Furling stuff.
Yeah, it's a furling sail.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's any way to save it. The rest of the sail looks okay.
Yeah, we can put a new piece in inside.
Okay, well, how about you
There's also furling.
check these? These are the sails I'm going to use.
Yeah.
I need to sail to Florida, so these are most important. I have to fix these, and this one, not so important. I don't need to fix it, but if it's something within my budget, then maybe we can have it for a spare.
Okay, now let's see first the other ones then. Yeah?
Can I help you?
No, because tomorrow morning we put them on the floor. So,
Yeah,
tomorrow
I'm glad
morning-
you were here. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I can hear the waves calling. We're so close to sailing, I can taste it.
Okay, so we were able to use this line, this black line, which is actually the furler for the Genoa, and then tie the Genoa line to it. And then I was able to come back up here and feed that through. So we're just gonna let that go through. Oh boy. Okay, that worked. Yeah, sweet. Good. Okay, coming down. Okay guys, thank you very much. You've been more than helpful. I'd like to come down now. You just gonna leave me up here? Shit. You better bring me down. Do we trust Laura yet? Oh man. Do we trust this line? Look at this frayed ass line. That's what's keeping me from certain death if I fall. That's fucking great. So there's two sheaves up there for 2 main halyards, but I'm not sure if I want to run them now. And then this is the topping lift. It's just a static topping lift with a block at the bottom that you can adjust. So yeah. Oh boy. Laura's got a hold of me. Okay, you got me now. Don't look at me, look at the rope. Spreaders look good. There's not too much corrosion on them. Stop. They look fine. Real nice. Oh look, that's kind of cool. They put this little bar over there so it can't pop out. That's nice. Very cool, except it's missing one of these. Let's see. There's one on this side too. Oh, it doesn't have one either. That must just be a rivet. Okay. Let's see where the spreader ends. They look good. Looking good, looking good. Nice and clamped. This side. Looking good. Do a little rigging inspection because this is the first time I've seen it. Looks fine. Nothing's real messed up. Okay, let's go down to the next spreaders. These look good. This is the running backs here. This is the lower shrouds here. They look fine. Although they do look like the wrong ones. They look like they're kinked. Maybe they couldn't find the right ones. They just put the wrong ones. They look kinked. I think that this whole rig might be suspect. Let's see. Let's go down to the next spreaders. I guess it's wired for lights, yeah? That's nice. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to shut this off. Stop! Okay, spreader connections on the mast, spreader connections on the mast, they look fine. Pins are in, these things are in, the cotter pins are in those pins. These are older than cheese. They're incandescent. Also, that steaming light needs to be updated, that light needs to be updated, the floodlight. The spreader ends look good, probably need some boots, but that's not a big deal. There's nothing really sharp. Let's try this side. Okay, so we're looking at the ends, looks fine. Yep, looking up the rig, looks fine. It's a new Garmin, fairly new anyway. This stuff, paint doesn't really matter that much, but the pins do, and they look okay. Okay, let's go down a little bit. I'm looking at these now. Stop. These are heavy, heavy duty. That's the lowers. And then we've got the rigging for the, yeah, this one definitely is kinked. This one's definitely kinked, and it looks to me like they've got the wrong connections for this mast, because this is hitting on the whisker pole. So that's going to be a problem. But all these need to be replaced. But I can do that from the bottom. Okay. The rigging looks good though. Let's hope that they got the right ones, the right angle here, you know? Let's see. Looks like on the lowers it's fine. I think they might have, when they redid my rig, they might have used the wrong little connectors to swage, because a couple of them are like, they're kinked weird, dude. Like, look at the baby stay. This stay here?
Yeah.
That's definitely kinked.
At the top it is.
Yeah. But everything else looks pretty good. Okay. Congratulations, you didn't kill the captain.
We'll have nightmares tonight. I might have nightmares.
Of me falling to my death.
It's very stressful.
But in your dream, I just keep falling. Ah! All right, guys, thanks very much.
No worries, mate. Pleasure.
How about a celebratory beer?
Another one?
No, I would never drink a beer and go up the mast. This halyard's actually not that bad. What's bad is right here where it was on the block up there forever. Every time the wind blew and it just blew it a little bit, it was chafing and chafing and chafing and chafing, and now that's the inside. So what I'm going to do is take it up to probably here, cut it. It's still malleable enough. This is how you can tell if the line is still good. If you push it up and it's malleable, you can probably splice it again, and it's still probably pretty good. Okay, you see the difference? This is where it was out in the sun, right here, where it's all black and moldy and shit. And then this is where it was probably in the mast. So I'm gonna cut it right after that. We still got enough. And if you guys care, this knife is from Real Simple Tools. He's awesome. He sent me a bunch of stuff. Didn't ask for money or anything. He just sent me a bunch of shit. And he's got really good knives. This is my favorite knife. Sorry for what I've done to it, dude. It's a little bit rusty, but I use it every day, which is why it's rusty. It's a cool knife. It's pink inside. It's funny. I thought that was just like discoloration. Oh, wait a minute. Is that Dyneema? Oh, it is. No shit, it's red Dyneema. Oh, well, that makes a difference. Huh, I thought this was Stacey. So these are both high-tech lines. Sweet. Beautiful. Awesome. Okay, well, that makes a little bit of a difference because... Oh, damn it. Now one can be a spare and one can be a... Now I don't know what to do. I was almost sure that wasn't Dyneema. Come on, man. I haven't sharpened this knife for a while. Okay. So, I still stick by my guns here. We're gonna take this one up because this is the nicer line. So we're gonna tape this to this one, and then we're gonna hoist that up the mast, and hopefully this little thick bit gets through. Probably like that. The other way to do it is to tie them both together, like with thread. You can thread this side, like put it through, wrap it around, put it through, wrap it around, and then just tie it, and then make it into one line. But I think it'll be okay. These sheaves at the top of the mast are actually pretty big. What's up, everybody? Thank you for watching the video. If you'd like to see the second part of this video, click the bell down here and you can be notified when I put out new videos. I'd like to thank each and every one of you. I've just passed 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. It's been 4 years I've been working on this, and that's just wonderful. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you guys dig it. In a couple weeks, I'm gonna make a special video coming out just for that, and I'll be getting a tattoo, sailing related tattoo, which I have none of. But for now, I have to work. I got boat work to do. I gotta go.